So on Instagram, I have become obsessed with watching this one person who, I don't know how to describe it. They have succulents. You know what a succulent is.
Yeah.
Like the plant, right?
Like a cactus. Like a cacti, yeah.
And basically, their whole Instagram feed...
Oh, they're pulling off the dead stuff?
Yes!
Oh my God, I haven't seen like a specific person, but I've watched videos where they use like tweezers.
Yes. I am so obsessed.
It's because it's your version of pimple popping.
Oh my God. It is orgasmic. It is amazing.
It's like life affirming.
I could just watch it all day, every day.
And then the sound, I love it when they do the sped up audio with it. It's like...
Yeah. I saw one the other day where it was like they went all the way around and
they
did the
keep
whole
pulling
thing.
And you're like, there's nothing left to pull out, and they pull out
and then
more.
they keep doing it, and then the whole thing went burp and like rolled away, like it fell off, and I was like, because
it was like supporting it.
Yeah, it was an epic fail.
Oh my God,
but
I'm obsessed.
I cannot
You sent
stop.
me
I
that.
just love them so much.
I do love stuff like that.
It is the best stuff.
You don't even like plants, and you like
I
it.
don't. I love it. Well, this is Jessie.
This is Kiki.
And this is Two Girls, One Haircut.
Oh my God, we have the same haircut.
Wait, what?
I had no idea.
Space, baby.
This whole episode is space themed.
Space, baby.
Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. We're going into space. NASA.
I'm so excited.
So you told me we were going to talk about this.
I know, and you were like,
we're eating, and she goes, Kiki, I think we should talk about space and NASA and stuff on the pod. And I was like, ew, we have nothing to talk about. That's stupid. Because my automatic response is always no. And you were like, so sad.
I really was.
Looked at me like, how dare you?
Well, because I just thought full disclosure, like Artemis II just took off last week, right?
It was like a couple days ago. Because we actually bumped an episode so we could talk about
this.
Yeah.
So they haven't even completed their mission yet.
Here's hoping it goes well when
I
it's there.
Fingers crossed. I mean, they're still up there trying to figure out the slingshot thing, you know?
Toilets were breaking.
And I was like, we can totally talk about this. And you just shot me down hard. And I was devastated.
I was like, you're so dumb. And then I was like, I can't be responsible for educating people about science. And then you're like, we're not. We're just talking about stupid stuff. And I'm like, okay, I could do that.
I was like, I don't think anybody needs to come here to learn about,
if you want to learn about
the NASA program.
The real Artemis stuff, go on TikTok on the STEM tab. And they'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, this is more like us making commentary about how astronauts wash their hair.
Yeah, so interesting.
Ladies, hello. It's a coincidence that the questions today, I believe they are dealing with NASA and space. Yeah. All right.
It's like there was some intentionality put into this.
It's like we're the astronauts and he's like mission control and he's like, keep it together, ladies. And we're like, there's no way.
He was like, Houston, we definitely have a problem.
Question number one. Would you rather be an astronaut or serve in mission control?
Oh, mission control.
Me too.
I can't be flown around in space.
I did not think you were going to say that. I thought you were going to be like, beam me up, Scotty.
Ew.
Yeah.
Have you met me?
I
have essential crisis.
So I hardcore love watching stuff about space.
Because I'm never going to experience it.
Yes, and I want to see the things and I want to follow along, but absolutely no desire to ever be an astronaut.
No, today,
I barely want to get in a plane.
I feel like it says so much about you if you want to actually go into space, in a good way. I feel like it says good things about you because on the way here, we went to Starbucks and one of your favorite baristas, he was like, "What is your podcast? What are you talking about?" And we're like, space. And he's like, "Oh, I want to go into space so bad." And I was like, you're so cool. And I am not. Because I'm
I love that journey for you.
I'm like, I would shit the bed if someone told me it. I'm like Wallowitz when they tell him he has to go back into space. And he's like, I have to fake some sort of coronary thing so I don't have to go. I'm totally into being the one safely behind the desk telling people what they're doing wrong.
Me too. I want to be a bossy bitch and be like, all right, flight check, wings check.
Have you watched anything?
Pooper check.
No, do you know that the reason they say
that
they give them so many things to focus on up there and so many protocols and checks is half the reason is so they don't lose their shit up there.
I mean,
because they're like, people want to go up there,
keeping them,
and then they're like, we can't have you have any existential dread, so we're just going to give you 1 million buttons to flick and things to check off all the time, so you remain calm.
I mean, that feels right.
Yeah, I'm like, well, then maybe if you could distract me, but I still don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Great segue into question number 2. Now, if something bad was going to happen, would you rather it be you floating away slowly or running out of oxygen quickly?
God, God, these are like two of my existential nightmares. Oh, well, aren't you both you're eventually gonna run out of air both ways, right?
Well, I mean, you die either way. It's like, how do you want to die? Do you want to
what was it again? Because I already blanked out.
I'd rather float away, I think.
It's like, would you rather
Do you want like a view while you're dying?
Yeah.
Do you want to float away slowly and die?
And then
or
suffocate?
do you want to like run out of oxygen quickly and then die?
Well, you don't run out of oxygen quickly. It still takes the same amount of time no matter what.
No, like there's a hole and it perforated your suit and you're running out of oxygen quickly.
Oh, like fast.
Yeah, like fast. I'm like pull the plug, get it over with.
God, I think I'd have to say fast because if I had like
I'm
there for the view, Binky, but if I had to actually, I would have way too much time to spiral. I needed to basically like me to see the hole, put my fat glove over the hole, and then be like, oh no, I'm fucked. Like that. That's what I need.
Yeah, because I'm like, if I have all this time to float away and see Earth getting smaller, like, or just like all the darkness surrounding you,
like,
and the
here
quiet.
I go.
Oh my God, that's
how long is this gonna last?
That's enough to give me an existential crisis right now.
Yeah, we've already said, people, we want to be in mission control. I want to do the catering at mission control. I don't want to be doing anything important.
Question number 3. There's only 2 meals left on the spaceship, apparently, for this question. Would you rather try to eat floating spaghetti or floating soup?
It's so stupid. Well, I don't like spaghetti.
I think soup would be easier.
I think soup because I kind of want to like chomp at the
I was
blobs
thinking.
in the
You're
air.
like, "Arr, arr," but like for a noodle, you'd have to like catch it and then try and slurp it. And then I just feel like it would be like all over your face.
I feel like it'd be smacking you as you slurp it in.
Yes.
I'm going to go for soup.
Me
because
too,
I feel
soup.
like I love that water gets like blobby.
What kind of soup do you want?
Like split pea soup.
You want peas?
No, that's the only thing I could think of.
I want the Panera like autumn squash soup, and I want it floating around.
Oh, I want French onion soup with the croutons floating around so I can nibble on a crouton and soup.
Did you know you're not allowed to eat things that are crummy in the spaceship?
No.
Because the crumbs could float around and get into something.
Are you serious?
I swear I am not.
So is it all like soft food?
It's like food that will not break off.
Like no crackers.
Yeah, no crackers.
So you just have to have cheese without crackers?
Yeah. Like you need dense, solid food that is like a mass.
Like Wallowitz's mom's meatloaf.
Yes.
You ever like you watch Big Bang a lot?
I mean, they're not wrong.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Crummies
Now
are
I definitely don't want to go to space.
Crummies are a major no-no.
I mean, I don't like crummies. Like crummies on a counter or like on a booth.
I know that already
freak me
sounds
out.
like the worst thing ever.
It's the worst
right?
thing, but tell me I can't have a cracker in space.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
When I was looking up this like stuff to talk about in this, I saw that it was like crummies are a no-no, and I was like, oh my gosh, because they're like worried it's going to get into gears.
It's not sanitary.
And, like, yeah, it's not sanitary.
Question number 4. If you ran into aliens, would you rather that they think that you are their leader or their pet?
Oh, their pet.
Me too.
I want to be like, I'm the beloved dog that everybody thinks is amazing, so they would take me in and be like, hey, let's treat her really well and like, give her head scratches.
That's how I feel too. I think people treat their pets better than they treat their
People,
leaders.
they do.
Yeah, if you're a leader, they're trying to overthrow you, right, or take
You're
you
a pet,
down.
they're like, she's so cute. Give her a tummy
like,
scratch and a snacky.
Exactly.
Not
They're
a cracker though.
They're like, I love her so much.
She's so cute.
All right, my final question for you.
Okay.
Which is worse, inside of your space suit, an itchy nose
I'm
or a
itching my nose
wedgie?
right now. Right now, I'm itching it because of this.
I'm itching my wedgie.
Jesse's like, do I have to wear underwear if I'm in a spacesuit?
Yeah, probably, and it would be the worst.
They wear diapers, right? We have to get to that.
Oh my god.
God, both are terrible.
I think the wedgie would be way worse.
No, I think the nose. Because of the wedgie, I feel like you could like squirm around and you could like...
Oh my god, and then it gets further up your butt.
And then like...
becomes atomic.
No, have you ever had like where you did your... Well, I was going to say you like painted your nails and you can't touch anything? They're both terrible. Like it's like basically the struggles of an astronaut. You paint your nails and you can't touch anything. I could not be an astronaut. No, I think nose. I go with nose. Because you literally started saying it and I scratched my face immediately.
I've scuba dived before, and it's like
yeah.
you got your mask on.
It
and
didn't
you're
bother
like,
you?
No.
But you could squeeze your nose on a mask. This is like a
I know.
glass ball on your head.
No, but it's like the second you put your mask on, you get underwater, and you're like, oh my god, my eye itches. You're like, all I want to do is rub my eye, and you're like, that's... And actually, you know, when you're getting scuba certified, they make you go down, take your mask off completely,
So you can clear
and then
it?
have to put it back on. Yeah, so you can you can
So
learn
when your
how to
eye
clear
itches,
it.
you can itch
Yeah,
your
well,
eye.
so it's that if your mask gets like knocked off at some
Yeah,
point,
you
you
know
don't
how to do
freak
it.
out. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you can put it back on. Oh my God. I'm just stressed out now. All these questions. The only one that didn't stress me was the soup one until you told me I couldn't have a cracker.
So again, the whole thing that kind of like spurred this is
Mm-hmm.
Artemis II. It's the first crewed mission to the moon since 1972, which if anybody was around back then, Professor Binky, that was
No.
that was the Apollo era.
I really wasn't around then.
He's like, I remember where I was.
I was- yeah,
45.
He was like, I was just a twinkle in mom's eye. So it's a 10-day mission where the astronauts are going around the moon, not landing on it.
It's
They're
10 days?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was shorter.
No, 10 days. They're going to slingshot around it and then come back to Earth. And I love that
They also slingshot around the Earth.
that's what I just said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not even listening
I'm
to
not.
me.
I'm
I
thinking
mean-
about itching my nose.
So it's a test run for them like landing on
That's
the moon
the
in the
coolest
future.
part, I think.
Also a little bit scary because they're like, we're really trying to test the heat shield. I'm like, shouldn't that have been tested before you put 4 people in it
Well,
and
no.
slingshot
But
them
they're
around
trying
the moon?
to the heat shield, I think, with like the sun because
Oh, okay.
they don't know. Apparently, like our humans' exposure to sun radiation. So, like when you're in the Earth's orbit or the moon's orbit, you have like protection. But they're actually going the furthest they've ever gone because they're actually going the furthest like out from the moon and slingshotting back, and so they have to like test all that, like what their like the sun rays and exposure to everything like does to you.
Okay.
But I think the best part is it's like, yeah, they anticipate launching like to the lunar surface missions by 2028, and then like so.
And your husband told me that if you have like a powerful enough telescope, because
You made a joke about the moon landing being fake.
true story, because I was like, Garrett, do you think the moon landing was real?
As a joke, and
As
he
a
was like,
joke.
"How dare you?"
I know, and he was like, shut up. And he was like, yes, Jessica, because I have 2 brain cells. And I was like, I don't know. I think the moon landing was real, but the Earth is flat. And
And the moon's flat.
and he told me that like if you have a powerful enough telescope, you can
Yeah.
actually see the footprints and stuff like that.
You can see stuff, yeah.
Which I was like, I had no idea. I mean, no idea
didn't
that
know
there
that
was
was
a
you could do
telescope
that.
on Earth that was
that was that strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best part is that Artemis missions will eventually see the completion of the first lunar space station called Gateway,
Oh, I didn't know that.
which will orbit the moon in the same way that the International Space Station orbits Earth.
Okay.
Gateway will be kitted out with scientific instruments to study the range of things, including sun and human health. But like
Okay.
I said, like the sun exposure, radiation, that kind of thing. Plus, it'll contain a docking station for visiting spacecrafts and areas for the crew to live, work, and prepare to visit the moon's surface. Because they want to use this as a launching pad to get to Mars. Gear says that's a pie in the sky.
Do you think somebody watched For All Mankind on Apple TV
Yes.
and was like, man, we really dropped the ball because think of what could have happened if we'd have just kept on this space
I
mission?
cannot focus on anything without thinking about that show. If you haven't watched it, For All Mankind, it's like it starts back in the day with like the space program, but then like history gets altered.
Yeah.
and
It's
they
like
move
an
an alternate history as if we kept the space race going and we didn't
kept
stop when we
going.
like made it. Like we didn't go to the moon and then go, haha, we beat you, and then we were done.
Yeah.
So instead, it's like, well, we're going to keep doing this and then think of all the things we would have learned and discovered if we continued to adventure into space. Because it's true, like with science, they always say you can't limit science and cap it on what they can explore because usually the things that are discovered by accident.
Yeah.
And it's the same idea with like space travel, like all these things and maybe like alternative fuel and different things like that would have been discovered.
Yeah. If we
I just
had
can't help
not-
thinking about that.
I know. I think about it too. Also, I think about like, because I was looking up like what's it look like inside of Artemis II? Or no, sorry, Artemis II is the mission, but the actual
Capsule?
like module is called Orion.
Oh, inside of the Orion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I was like, what does like the inside look like?
Yeah,
and it's basically like the size of 2 minivans.
Wow.
Why do you say wow? I feel like that's really small.
I thought it was going to be smaller. Because when
Oh.
you look at the ones from like the 70s,
That's my problem.
It's so tiny.
I was like, it's 50 years ago, and this is the best we can do. We haven't gotten bigger. We don't have 3
Yeah,
minivans.
but you
We don't have
add
4 minivans.
more money, more problems. You add more space and you got more stuff to take care of.
I'm like, Katy Perry's like flying up into space and
she went into
knocking around.
No, Katy
and-
Perry did not go to space. I'm calling you out right now. When Gare was so excited, like all men, and you know, you feel like he was so excited for this launch. He came downstairs and he was like, "I'm putting this on. Everybody, shush! I need to watch it take off." And I get it because it's like this has not happened in our lifetime. We've heard about it. It's happened
I
like
didn't really think about it that
yeah,
way.
like
I guess I should have.
yeah, I did. Well, I didn't really think about it either. Like because we grew up with NASA
Yeah.
doing stuff, but we didn't go to the moon when we were kids.
Yeah.
They weren't going to the moon, and so I'm like, yeah, like this is not something that we've experienced. Watching them take off and go to the moon, it's such a unique thing for us to see in real time. It's happened before, but like
Yeah.
we didn't experience it. And so he's like a little kid. He's like so excited, and I'm like, I am too now. I'm so thrilled about it. And so you were like, yeah, but is this like real astronauts or are these celebrities? And we're
Yeah.
like, Jessica, this is real space travel. This isn't like some space like by Elon Musk or somebody sending up a couple of celebrities into outer orbit.
Yeah, I'm like,
Like,
did one
that's
of the-
not what's happening.
Did one of the rich old white men like create this?
Yeah, you thought it was like a
Or-
publicity stunt thing
Yeah.
again. And we're like, no, this is real. This is like we're
You
going
know
to the moon.
You know the guys that like to make rocket ships that look like dicks. This
it always gotta look like a
doesn't look
dick?
dicky enough.
I mean, I like it, but could we add a cap and some round things at the bottom? And, oh
Really
yeah,
need
there
to
you go.
balance it out. But this is also like, besides the fact that we haven't been doing this for
Actively,
like 50
yeah.
years, it's historical history in the making, whatever the words are that are hard coming out right now, but for many reasons. So we had the first woman to travel to the moon, Christina Koch. And then we have
First woman to ever travel beyond low Earth orbit.
that feels right. It only took us however
Like
many years.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like specifics, like
First black astronaut on a lunar mission,
first person of color to fly beyond low Earth orbit.
Victor Glover.
Yeah.
And first non-American on a moon mission, Jeremy Hansen.
And he insisted on bringing maple syrup, right? No, I don't know. He's Canadian, right?
Yes, he is Canadian. And then the other white guy that, you know, apparently didn't sit at
We're
any
like, you're not
records.
that special. Calm down. Calm down. Like I heard that. Have you seen the videos of it flying past like people in an airplane?
Yes.
Can you would freak out if you were in an airplane and
And the pilot's like,
pilot's
"Hey,
look out
look
your
out."
window, it's astronauts.
I'd have been like,
Jessica's like, Burley Gates, we're dying. No, I that was crazy. I would freak out if I saw
also,
that.
does anybody else watch the takeoff and hold their breath the entire time?
my
Because
God.
all I'm thinking is like, it's going to explode.
Yeah, like
I feel traumatized by something that I was too young to
you
even
never
remember.
you never experienced it,
But I'm just like-
I think honestly, I think even the people, the engineers, are thinking that they're like, we
You
tested
think?
this so much, and dear God, I hope everything goes to plan.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's like a lot at stake.
Yeah, it's people's lives.
Yeah, and so I feel like pretty much everybody's thinking that. I mean, I am. I watch it, and I'm just like, oh dear God, don't let anything blow up or happen. This is so scary.
Yeah, but I said that to your husband, and he was like, "No,"
Because he also was like,
and I was like, "I can't not think about it. That's all I'm thinking about
he's also
right now."
not worried about like dying and stuff. And I'm like, that's all I think about. So I'm like, you're weird. Clearly, I'm thinking about them dying. I'm worried about it.
Also, I love that like only a couple hours into the flight, the crapper stopped working.
Yeah. They're so in, and the toilet doesn't work. The crap, no, technically they can crap. They can't pee. Something with like the fan or something. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I was like, is that me? Because so they, you know, they're in Earth's orbit. And that's like stage 1. And then they have to slingshot out to the moon. And I'm like, does that mean if it hadn't gotten fixed that they wouldn't have continued on? And
That diaper would have gone real stinky.
so they're like, we already have precautionary second things that we're doing to make sure that everything's okay until we get it fixed. And I'm like, diapers? Is that your nice way of saying diapers? I think that Depends needs to like get in on the astronaut craze again and have astronauts advertising Depends.
Oh my God, that's ingenious.
Because what is cooler than an astronaut? Nothing. And astronauts wear diapers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, They just need to have astronauts like.
Do you remember that crazy lady that was like an astronaut that went to like go track down her husband or whatever, and she like drove all these miles and she wore the diaper. Yeah, so she didn't have to stop.
She's like, I'm used to it. It's a job thing. Like it's not weird for me. No, I feel like they should totally capitalize on this.
Did you know that this is the first time that they've had a real toilet installed on a spacecraft? Mm-hmm.
Well, but
bound
it's like,
for deep space.
Well, the poop comes back with them.
Really?
It jettisons the pee.
Okay. They don't like recycle it and drink it?
Oh, well, maybe. I thought it
Maybe they jettison the poop. Wouldn't that make more sense?
No, they don't. They bring the poop back.
What are you going to do with the poop?
I'm telling you. People are going to be so mad and they're going to correct me, but I'm telling you.
Please correct us because, full disclosure, we have no idea what we're talking about.
People are like, we know, we've heard.
Also, they call the toilet the universal waste management system.
Here it is. It's designed to vent urine overboard and store feces until the crews return. Okay. I wrote a note. I found my note.
Did you have to put feces? You couldn't put poop?
Well, that's just, I copied and pasted it.
Don't they like suck it too? Like
sucks it out of you? Because I don't know.
Yeah. Also, did you know...
A similar one's been on the International Space Station.
Did you know that the toilet is also like exercise equipment? It's like the same thing.
Like they exercise on it? Or it's similar to exercise equipment?
No, it's like they have to exercise.
You sit on it to exercise or poop?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes. And so you're like, where's Victor? I don't know. He's either shitting or working out.
It's a really expensive space porta potty.
Yeah.
Like
and there's like dividers so you can have some privacy, but I'm like, you're in a minivan. You're in two minivans.
Wait, so it's, I don't know why I thought it'd be in a separate room. It's not in a separate room?
No, it's like in the middle of the whole freaking thing.
So you're like, guys, I gotta take care of business.
Can you imagine the stinky? You're like,
they're worried about crackers floating around and they're not worried about...
You're like, Victor just made a stinky and it's not okay.
God, Victor. Gross. What did you eat, Victor? Like, we all ate the same thing.
And then it's coming back with you.
That makes me think of what they say space smells like. Have you heard this?
No.
So like people who've done like spacewalks and stuff like that, they report space as smelling like charred meat, gunpowder, or burnt electrical wiring.
Oh.
And I'm like, that seems dangerous.
I'm like, burnt electrical wiring just feels like there's a malfunction on the suit, and that's why.
Yeah, like, are you sure that's what you're smelling and it's not outer space? Like, is that the thing faulty? Oh my God. Gosh. So I have like a conspiracy theory thing. Okay. Let me pull it up. So the first woman in space.
Mm-hmm. The Russian lady?
Yes. Okay. The Russian. Valentina. And you know, Sally Ride didn't go into space until like 20 years after Valentina. Okay.
No, I need to hear your best Russian.
So let me tell you the story before you make me do accents. So there was these like brothers.
Okay.
In the late 50s. Two brothers who did amateur astronautics.
They're doing like gymnastics and stuff in space.
Yeah. They're listening in on all the radio chatter.
Okay.
Right. So they have all this footage, like recordings of the Russian space program.
Okay.
And they have things that the Russian space program actually put out and didn't put out. So like, because it's Russia, they wouldn't always tell everybody what they're doing, right?
That feels right.
Or they would announce it like 2 days after to make sure everything went well.
Yep.
So one of the most disturbing records...
you know, we all know that like Chernobyl hit and they're like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, they're like, no, I don't... Did it? Is it? Was
I'm
that
sorry,
us?
are you getting like radioactive fallout?
Is it hot? I don't think it's hot.
In Sweden? Really?
So one of the most disturbing recordings that these brothers did was in May 1961. And it's the voice of an anguished female cosmonaut who was having problems during re-entry into the atmosphere.
Oh, God.
And she said she felt very hot when her capsule supposedly was burning. So Valentina Tereshkova's mission took place in 63.
Okay.
And this is 61.
Okay.
So
you're saying
now
like a woman died in space.
Yeah. So there's a theory that a woman cosmonaut died years before, went into space, and on re-entry died, and they never told anybody about it.
Oh my God, I believe it.
I know. Now, there's a lot of like debate about whether this is like accurate or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are like, oh, it's definitely legit, or it's not, or we don't know if it's a valid recording, or it could have been anything. But a lot of their recordings actually line up with the things that have been reported, right? Like on the 16th, according to the USSR, her mission happened, but the brothers actually heard it on the 14th.
What brothers?
It was two Italian brothers,
Mario and Luigi.
Mario and Luigi. They created their own space listening station on the top of an old German bunker in World War II.
Okay.
And they called it the Tory Burt. That's what it's known as, the Tory Burt. Not Tory Burch.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. And so they've this was a long time ago, obviously, so their stuff has been listened to and combed through, but I'm so there for this conspiracy theory. I'm gonna just go ahead and say I agree that she probably, this poor unnamed woman,
I mean, that feels very on brand for a lot of different things in the world, right?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, Valentina, you were not the first. You were just the first to live.
It just
apparently.
made me so sad because it makes you think how astronauts or cosmonauts were sent into space and they sent dogs.
I know.
And then they didn't retrieve the dogs.
I know. And monkeys too.
I know, but you're oh, dog in space is so cute. But it's no. And then I saw a report that says they actually thought it burned up.
What did?
The dog. Initial reports of Russia claimed that the Sputnik 2 mission revealed that Leica cooked to death within hours of launch because the satellite's cooling system failed to operate.
That's brutal.
Stuff that you never find out until
Did you know they sent spiders into space?
Ew, yes, but I don't know anything else. It grosses me out.
Arabella and Anita.
That's what their names were?
Yeah,
Ew,
they sent two spiders into space because they wanted to see if they didn't have gravity, could they spin webs?
Did they?
Uh-huh. Isn't it cool?
Ew.
Yeah.
See, you couldn't have me in there because I would be spider. And they'd be no!
They're we were not Arabella!
Not Anita!
Oh, so, yeah, I feel like that's such a human thing to do. Let's take spiders into space and be challenge accepted.
We don't know how women's periods react, but we're going to take some spiders into space.
So apparently when they first got up there and they're all right, go make a web, and the spiders could not make a web.
They were confused?
Yeah. Well, no, it was messy and disorganized because if you think about it, they use gravity.
Oh, to float down and then up and
Yeah, so to connect it symmetrically, they use gravity. And so it was messy and disorganized because they couldn't rely on the gravity because, again, we're
Did
in
they
space.
Learn, though?
Yes.
That's gross.
And so after a few days, they started adapting, building normal-looking webs again. But instead of using gravity to orient themselves, they used a light source. Isn't that ingenious?
I'm did they put them in little boxes or were they just hanging out and you walk through the web?
You're oh, God, Anita.
You did it again while I was sleeping.
I thought your web was supposed to be thinner. Why is it everywhere?
So gross. Ew, I hate spiders.
So they use light as their kind of guiding mechanism to say this is the point in place, right? So because you don't have gravity weighing you down, they had to find a point and
work
look
off
at
of that.
it.
That's so weird.
And so they used a light source to do that and orient themselves. And then they were able to create their webs, but they were thinner than if they'd have done them the web itself, the material coming out of spider butt was was thinner and
the silk was
it was a little bit more delicate than what it is on Earth.
Gross. I'm not into that.
I thought it was so cool. It was in the 1970s during Skylab.
I think one of the first things you asked me though when we were talking about astronauts is you're how do they take a shower? You're they must take showers, and I was no, they don't.
And I didn't believe that.
You thought I was lying.
Well, because I'm people are up on the freaking space station for those people that got stuck up there. I'm they're up there for a year. How do you not take a shower? You'd be real stinky. And we've already figured out that Victor is stinky with his poo-poos from the pancakes,
Victor.
In-flight pancakes.
He really needs a bath.
And is he working out or taking a shit? We don't know.
Yeah, you don't know if he's taking a shit or working out. And you're dude, it's my time to take a shit. And he's I'm not done with my reps. God. No, I had to look it up officially because I was I'm pretty sure they don't shower because obviously water, you don't have gravity to pull the shower down. Water blobs in space, any liquid. So I'm that's not going to work.
Had a problem
and then
with
I'm
this.
No, they take a whore bath. And you're no, they don't. And I looked it up. Yeah, sponge bath. I mean, it's more eloquent than saying that, but they're,
But I'm also what about your hair?
Oh, they use a dry shampoo.
Did they just start having dreads after a while?
I don't think you... See, here's the thing. If you want to be an astronaut, you can't have a Karen haircut.
Oh, God, no.
Because our hair...
Because up there you'd be
our hair would stand...
Is she a Karen? Is she a Jorge? I don't know. The boobs are giving it away, but
our
I don't
hair
know.
would stand straight up. It would be insane. And we can't put it in a ponytail. You'd have to wear a hat.
Yeah.
And when
I
you
think I'd have to shave my head.
Or grow your hair out. I probably just shave it if I
I
was
would
going
just
into
shave it.
space.
It'd be easier
Because I'm like, our hair does not work
in space.
for space. But like
No.
they basically use like a dry shampoo that they can like rub all into their hair.
Yeah, but they
and
don't
then
call it
rub
dry
out.
shampoo. They call it like rinse free or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
it's like rinse free. You don't have to rinse it out, but they like I think then they rub really hard like with a towel or something to like get all of it out.
Well, so I had to look it up. So I watched a video because I was like, I just don't believe this. And this one astronaut with like really, really, really long hair, which I was like, girl. And she would like take a little bit of water and like put it at the very base of her like
the scalp?
skull. Yeah, like with a bottle and like spray it in, and then she'd be like,
Rub it in.
Yeah, and then she would put some of the like rinse free shampoo and then like rub it in, and then she said like she would take a towel and like,
rub it,
kind of
yeah.
rub it to get like the oil and stuff off of it, and then she's like, and then I let it air dry, and it's just like she looks like a troll doll because it's like all the way up, just like
I know. I love that astronaut that when the ones that were stuck up there and her hair was like all curly and crazy and she like never tried to contain it, and I thought it was the best thing ever.
I'm like, if you can't have crummies because things like might, float away and get caught in stuff, like wouldn't your hair be the same thing? Like you're just like, oh, let me go over here.
Oh, like you should have it in a ponytail.
Bloop, 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 and then you're like, oh, and it gets caught on,
Yeah,
like
that does
on the
seem like-
handle to the outside, and then your hair pulls.
Being open and everyone's dead.
Yep,
It's like
it just feels dangerous.
we're so careful about other things. Shouldn't we make people wear like a ponytail and a hat?
I mean, because door opens, like you're gone, peace out, bitches, like everybody, right?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no, because there's like a door and a door. Yeah, you can't just like accidentally open a door to space. That's not how that works.
Oh, I also am like, apparently there's no like sound in space.
Yeah.
You say this like you just are like, yeah, everybody knows this.
Yeah. In space, no one can hear you scream.
I know, but I thought that was just the same.
Oh, you thought that was like a tagline?
I thought it was. I
and
thought it was
wasn't real?
I thought it was just the movie.
Oh
Like,
dear God, yeah.
well, because I mean, if you think about it, in space, nobody would hear you scream because you're in space, and nobody on Earth would hear you scream. So like, I can like understand the tagline.
No,
But like, I didn't get it. It's like in space, nobody can hear you scream because there's no oxygen.
yeah.
But it's like,
how's it
what
going
is
to travel?
What does that have to do with anything?
Did you look it up?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God!
I just thought you would explain it to me and you would like make sense of it because, I'm just like,
Well, I do like your
my reasoning of why in space no one can hear you scream.
So you have to think of like space is a near perfect vacuum,
Okay.
and it's lacking atmosphere.
Like not the machine they use to get the dust
no,
off the
it's
floor.
not a Hoover. And it's lacking atmosphere or like molecules that would help sound travel. They need that to travel.
Okay.
So it's not like the idea like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it.
It doesn't make a sound.
It's
It makes
not
a
that.
sound.
It's not that.
You're just
Sound
not-
relies on the vibration of atoms
Okay.
to carry energy. So without that medium, it has nothing to propagate.
Okay. There's nothing to carry it, basically.
So when you scream, it's not going to reach anyone's ears.
So when you scream, it's like Penny, my kitty.
It's
when
like your
she's just
cat when
she's
she
just
makes the look of a scream and nothing comes out. It's also this is such a tangent, but it's like those freaking tobacco worms that always look like they're screaming on your tomato
Oh,
plant. It's like
yes.
it's the giant worms you find on your tomato plants in the summer.
The
And
hornworms.
The hornworm, but there's a tobacco worm. They're like the same thing.
Okay.
And they like rear up and they like spin around and it looks like they're screaming bloody murder.
I know.
And then they
and
throw up.
I know. And in my defense, I have none. But last year this is a total tangent, when I had my tomato plant and these giant ass
They're really hard to
hornworms,
pick off the
they
plant.
are.
They have a bajillion legs.
And I was like, I didn't want to touch it.
Ew,
so
it's so gross.
instead, at first I didn't realize like I can touch it because it's not going to hurt me.
Yeah, 'cause some you can't.
Because they look
dangerous. They have
gross.
spiky things coming out of their
Yes.
butts.
Yes.
And so you
I
think, oh, I'm going to
mean,
get hurt.
They're called hornworms. They got a horn. I mean, they look. So I took like shears, like
to just like knock it off.
No, I took it to like grab it,
Ew.
like chopsticks, and I accidentally cut him in half. And then he was like,
You're a murderer.
He was like,
spinning around. Here's
with
the
half
thing,
his
though.
body, and I was like, oh god, I'm the
I
worst.
thought that they were dangerous because you try to touch them to move them, and neon green stuff comes out, and I was like, "What is that? Is that like an acid they're secreting to like hurt your skin, and it's like they're throwing up. They're so freaked out that
they're so stressed out.
They're so stressed out that you came near them that they're vomiting.
Oh my God, it's like you in a worm.
Oh my God, I thought that. I was like, that is me. If I had to pick like an insect or an animal, I would be a hornworm because I would just be like, stressed out.
But going back to Anita and Arabella.
Oh God, I'm done with the spiders. I'm done.
Apparently they died from dehydration.
Oh no. Did they not take care of them?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they didn't think about like, how do I feed a spider in space, or like, how do I get it water? But that's what it said. It said they died of dehydration. I'm like, first off, how do you know it was dehydration?
Because it shriveled up.
I don't know, but I'm just like,
they did a spider autopsy.
Itty bitty tools.
I think NASA should be held responsible for this spider murder. I don't even like spiders, and I'm upset.
Pick one of their legs off at a time, and then just let it go in the cabin and see what happens.
Oh my God! I think you would be arrested for spider murder. That's so gross.
Oh my gosh. Do you know they also, like, astronauts can't cry? Well, I guess they can cry, but like it's painful because like there's no gravity, so the tears just well up in your eyes and it doesn't go anywhere.
So they tell you to cry on the inside like a winner?
Yes.
They're like, keep it together, don't cry. Everyone thinks they're stoic and they're like, it just really hurts.
You're like, you miss home, suck it up.
You're like, get over it. You're an astronaut.
Do you know
Flip those switches.
Do you know what I always think of when I talk about like, or when you hear about like space not having a sound? I think of the movie Interstellar, where Matthew McConaughey and them go down on one of the, was he in that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. He goes down on one of the planets and then they come back and he because of the time difference.
Is he the dad?
Yeah. And because like the time difference, he had been gone for a while, and one of the guys was like talking about how lonely he is, and he like put some headphones on him and it was crickets. It sounded like the summer, like crickets and bugs and like cicada and stuff.
That's
and
what
I was
you think
like,
space sounds like?
No. I just thought it was cool that in order to make him like not miss home, he put like the sound of summer in his ears.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that
That's
cool?
Sweet.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I wouldn't have thought like, because I'm sure ocean's not as like soothing, because I'm sure maybe
no, I think it just depends on you.
Oh, okay.
On the person, because
I know, but doesn't everything kind of sound like the ocean? It's like,
no, that sounds like wind.
Oh.
Or you breathing into a mic. That doesn't sound like the ocean. There's ebb and flow with the ocean.
Oh.
That's not at all. People are like, this got really weird. She's just blowing into the mic for like 20 minutes. What's happening? Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it is a little scary to think like if you just
no, I can't think
you
about it.
just get sucked out and
No,
you're gone.
ew, no.
Oh my
no,
gosh.
I can't.
I'm going to think about that all day. So they still have about like half their mission left. They're going to slingshot around the moon. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully, fingers crossed. I was going to say air quotes, make it home. No, we want them to make it home.
Oh my God.
Fingers crossed, make it home.
I didn't even say the toilet was fixed by the woman.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
They're like, the toilet's broken. The mission might have to be like scrubbed and you return. And she's like, I got it. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. Hold my ponytail.
She's like, here, Victor, hold my beer.
She like did it.
You clogged the pooper. You've only been up here for 2 hours.
God, Victor, what have you been eating?
You're supposed to keep it light.
I feel like we're picking on Victor a lot, but he doesn't deserve it. He's a good guy.
I know, it's just one of the names.
Let's
I know.
blame the Canadian. Which one's the Canadian?
What's his name again? Okay,
I don't know.
I gotta find it. Oh, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Jeremy does feel like someone would fuck it up, right?
Jeremy feels like a guy who would break the toilet the second you get up there. You're like, we told you, no number 2s on the bus bathroom. And he's like, I got to go.
I mean, like, at what point into the journey do you think they're like, I mean, I've been sitting in this suit on the ground for hours, and then we took off, and we had all these G-forces, and just rocking my bladder around like crazy, and you got to use the toilet, and you get there, and you realize, shit ain't working. And you're like, this is not going to be good. And you're like, hopefully this is not indicative of the entire 10 days we're together.
Oh, God.
You're like, because I don't like Jeremy enough. I'm going to kick Jeremy out.
I don't even know why anyone invited Jeremy.
Where's the airlock?
Jeremy, go to the back of the van. Not where the toilet is.
Jeremy, you're cut off. Speaking of cut off, I think it's time for us to wrap it up.
Is it? Oh, my God.
Well, even if we're not ready, other people are
over it. They're done.
This is Jessie.
This is Kiki.
And this is Two Girls, One Haircut.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, this is Jessie. Real quick, before you go, if you aren't doing this already, please don't forget to follow us, rate us, and leave us a review. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. But 5 stars only, because really, who needs that kind of negativity in their life? And if you've made it this far, you're basically family. So let's act like it and share the episode. Okay, bye.